Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Z32 Workshop. I'm your host, Z James. This is Z32 Workshop, which I already just said. And this is my 1993 Nissan 300ZX convertible parts car. Gosh, that's a mouthful every time I say it. Today's going to be a light day in the workshop. As you can see, I've already sort of picked up some of the stuff behind me. Realistically, that just sort of moved over a couple of feet. I gotta get a game plan for all of this to get some room. But today I am gonna do something that you guys should know how to do. I'm gonna be doing an off car because it's off, but I want to free up to get some more space, and that's gonna be removing the tie rod ends, specifically the outer tie rod ends. I'll show you that. I'm probably just gonna put it on my vise, throw a lot of heat at it, and get them break loose. Hopefully everything spins well freely. Yeah, that's today's video. Sorry, it's gonna probably be short. Gonna be a small time lapse because I don't know how much heat or how long it's gonna take to get them to break loose. But let me show you what I'm talking about for the tie rod ends, or the outer ends. So hang on, do a flip. As you can see right there, that is the outer tie rod end that controls the steering knuckle. What we're gonna propose doing today is we're gonna remove this. And as you can easily see, that is corroded. This is the adjustment. This helps you control tow in the car. So that's what we're gonna end up doing. I'm gonna try removing both. The reason I am doing that is because, well, frankly, they're shot. So if I ever rebuild this, I'm gonna replace them anyway. Just like I'm gonna have to replace this boot and get this all cleaned up. This is just me so I get a smaller footprint in the shop here so I get some room. And then maybe I'll go through and show you what's left. There isn't anything left in the engine bay. That's all stripped other than those hoses or those fuel lines and that brake line. And the return, everything else is stripped so far. Right now I'm just trying to get room so I can get all of this put somewhere. So I can put wheels, and here's a caveat, put wheels back onto this thing, which are those way up there, put two back on here, jack this back up, lower it back down so I can roll it, jack the front up, and I've got basically some wheels, not wheels, hang on, I can talk to you this way so it makes sense. Basically in the front here, I have got wheel dollies, car dollies, you know, the wheels that you put casters, you put underneath actual wheels. I'm gonna lower the front end down onto that and just drag it out against the wall. Once I do that, I'm giving up this space, which means I have to get the back end done very quickly because once that happens, the car is gonna get out of here. And I'll show you what I mean when I do that, but once I get the rear subframe off and the gas tank, this car is gonna, there'll be nothing left. It'll be shut. It'll be fantastic. The goal will be almost complete. So that's it for today. Let me get you guys set up, time lapse. I'll tell you what I'm using for wrenches afterwards. I just gotta get everything set up. So 1, 2, 3. Woo! Well, that's gonna do it for today's episode, everybody. Today was just all about, sorry about this, just my camera. Was all about just getting the tie rod end links out of the way. So here we go, let's try that again. Yeah, that should be doing it. Hopefully the time lapse comes out pretty good. I forgot on the first one that it's got a jam nut on it. My bad. I've done it before. I just got spacey in the morning, you know, me and the crickets. So yeah, basically just apply a lot of heat, back that nut off, which is a jam nut, and then just rotate them off. I've had a couple on, not Z's mind you, but on just cars, because that job there, universal, all vehicles have it. As far as I know, they all have some type of adjuster, tie rod end link, tie rod ends, especially outer, to adjust the toe so you can get the angle of the tires. You know, pointing them out or in for how you want to drive on them. I got rid of mine. One ball joint was bad on it for the end link. They were just shot rusty, and it makes it a little bit smaller for what we have going on. What it ended up being was a 22mm nut and a 20mm on the end link itself to rotate. Just apply a lot of heat, crank on it. The big difference I have here compared to in the car is I'm not trying to use two wrenches to break them loose. I was able to put it in my vise and tighten it down that way. So it should be, I won't say easier, but it will be, it was easier for me because of that. I had to tighten it down a few times, but that's what it is. So that should be today's episode. Real short, sweet. When we flip you around, we can take a look at the steering rack one more time. This is what it's with off. I'm not touching that. That is super hot still. I'm not touching that. That's all super hot. I may yet redo this. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I mean, I'm going to redo the rack itself. I just don't know if I want to do it right now. I know this is shot. That's just garbage. That whole boot needs to be replaced. I mean, realistically, I'll probably replace the inner tie rod, which there is another connection in here on either end to replace inner tie rods. I'll see if I do that or not. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do that right now or not. But then I need to clean up all of this in my project area. I need to start selling stuff. That's just me being slow and getting around, getting everything posted. So, and get everything stored away. So I can finally pull that away, get the door off, pull it away from the wall there so I can get on the back side and get the rear bumper off and do the rear subframe. Because I think I'll show you guys how to disassemble that without dropping the whole thing. I'm going to take all the end links off and do it while it's there so everyone can see how it's been done or how to do it. So, all right, everyone, once again, my name is Z James. This is Z32 Workshop. Please like and subscribe. Every little bit helps this channel out. It's great. I see it growing daily, you know, trying to get 1 or 2 subscribers. I throw my name out there. Hopefully people see it. Hopefully they find this information useful, informative for their projects, because that's what I want. I would like people to be able to find this stuff. Like, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. And just like me, if you spend an hour every morning in the garage, even though it doesn't look like a little thing got done, it got done, and the project keeps moving forward one step at a time. You know, it's not an 8-hour chunk time because, you know, people want that. I'm like, you know what? If you do little bits, you figure out how it's going on. You do an hour, you work on it. If you run into an issue, you do your research on it. Hit the twinturbo.net. Check the factory service manual. Check out the Facebook groups, which are all helpful. Lots of very knowledgeable guys out there. And to be honest with you, Google search before you get yelled at in the Facebook groups. If you don't Google that first, you're just gonna get just yelled at in the groups. Especially for simple things that within 2 minutes, if you Googled it, you would have found the answer. And hopefully you find me in some of those answers, helping you out. Like I said, it's a little different now since everything's ripped apart. So mine's more like, hey, this is what it looks like, but all the things that would be in the way aren't in the way anymore for me. So, all right, once again, I'm Z James. I hope you guys are having a good time like I am out in the garage, and I'll see you all tomorrow.